Things might get weird.
Yeah.
Welcome to our life.
We're starting now. Go for it.
You told me you're like,
Jessica's in a bad mood today, so we decided to record this. Doesn't feel very good, does it? Doesn't feel very good, does it?
I love that it's always that I'm in the bad mood, but you're the one that was just yelling at everybody.
I didn't yell. I just gave 20 threats.
Oh, yeah.
And I grounded a child for another 2 weeks from Fortnite. Damn that game.
I don't know if it's working.
Clearly it's not.
Okay, so we need to find a
But
new
I get a
punishment.
better version of that child when I don't allow it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
He is better when he's not video gaming all the time. He listens better.
I mean,
we were gone this week. We were gone this week for one night, not overnight. Just went to a football game, supported my sister Reese. Shout out American Fort Caveman football. You guys crushed it against Pleasant Grove. And I came home and I asked Taff, "Did you play Fortnite?" We have a rule at our house. Maybe I'm mean, but no gaming during the week.
Yeah.
You can do it on the weekend if it's earned. And is it hard in the wintertime? Yeah. We become more lenient in the winter. Probably more for our sanity than anything else. But he was honest with me, and I said, the only reason I'm not grounding you for 2 weeks is because you were honest with me. But we've had a few other issues since then, and here we are. Here we are. I'm tired. It's Sunday. I have another trip this week.
Woo.
Luckily, it's it's overnight to Dallas.
So you
but it is. We are nearing the fun. No, I'm telling you.
Oh,
I'm telling you where we're
Hold
at.
on. Let him let it out, and then we can start our podcast. Go, babe.
It has been a very long month and a half. I see light at the end of the tunnel here mid-October. We need to bring on couples that just commiserate with us that have 4 kids or more. If you have more than 4 kids and you've stayed married, hit us up. We want to know how and why. Why? I never understood why parents just disappeared on their family and started a whole new life, and now I get it. I actually get it.
I'm not going to look you in the eyes. I'm just going to look at them.
Yeah.
This whole time.
You look at me right now while I'm talking to you. Honestly, I wouldn't. If you just were like, I can't do this anymore, I don't even think I could be mad at you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Are you just giving me permission? What are you
just
trying to say?
Giving you credit. I'm just saying, dude, way to go.
Thank you. I've really done it.
We're doing so good. We did it. I'm still here. Where's my credit?
Why are you telling me
You wanted to do this today. Gosh damn.
Yeah, that would be so
all right, well, where are we?
Well, where do you want to start, babe?
I don't know. I just
okay. Let's talk good news.
All right, go for it.
Good news is the port's all opened. Did I go to Costco because Hayden told me 3 times the ports are closed? You need to go.
We need alcohol, shoes, and chocolate.
Stock up
now.
I didn't get any of those things.
Well, that's all we were going to be out of.
So
is this mine? This looks like it's.
So I tried to look up. I tried to be rational and say, okay, what things are they saying? Are we gonna maybe possibly have a shortage on if this strike keeps coming? And then I grabbed a couple of those things to get us through. But I kid you not. This is going to sound totally ageist, but it was the truth.
Yeah.
The older somebody was that was there, the more packs of toilet paper at Costco they had in their car.
Did they look like they could have been alive during the Great Depression?
Yes.
It's 100 years ago.
I mean, they were pretty old.
And they had a lot of toilet paper?
4. At least 4 Costco packs.
Probably no baby wipes.
At least.
Never heard of a bidet in their lives.
Probably not. But
I'm just kidding. Let's pick on the older generations. Our kids pick on our generation, so you guys can take it too.
We're
just moving it on.
Speaking of, we got the. Did you even understand?
Did you finish your thought? The old people had a ton of toilet paper.
Tons of toilet paper, and I said, didn't we learn during COVID, it's going to be okay.
Maybe we should start
And the problem is that we were hoarding.
Yeah.
But also, there was apparently a bat with rabies up in Salt Lake. Speaking of COVID.
Oh, crap.
And we got messaged on my family thread, hey, if you're going up to Salt Lake, be careful of this rabies outbreak. Because a freaking homeless dude was playing with the bat. And I'm like, did we not learn during COVID? Like, what did COVID teach us? If not to play with bats and to hoard toilet paper?
We have learned nothing.
Nothing!
The homeless guy was playing with it?
Yeah, apparently.
Does he have to bite somebody for the rabies to transfer?
I don't know how it works, but I was just like, look, leave the bats alone.
We should really get to the bottom of this.
Leave the bats alone and buy one extra pack of toilet paper just in case. I promise we'll make it.
Yeah. Ever heard of paper towels? Think how creative you could get if you had to wipe your butt.
So much creativity. A leaf. What do you think they used before toilet paper?
They're falling all over the ground right now.
Right now is the perfect time to run out of toilet paper.
Yeah, you could bag
Are you serious right now?
You could bag up some leaves right now. You get through I'll bet you get through all of winter with the leaves in our yard here.
Just saying.
Now, are they big enough to cover the area? I mean, you might need like 3 or 4 leaves to wipe your ass, but stop. That's inappropriate. Explicit. Sorry.
No, the vision in my head is like rationing like 2 squares. 1 square. And then, like, how many leaves do we ration?
The movie.
Get down to it?
Jack was just.
You get 1 leaf.
Part of
Fold it over.
My son was calling me. My son was calling me Stainer from the movie She's Out of Your League. He's like, "That's you, Dad," and I'm like, "Clean this house in the next 30 minutes, or you're gonna be."
The problem
really
is
sad
that
today.
they're you. So like. You would have said something like that. And so he says it, and then you get mad because you're like,
but he takes this really pretty girl home to meet his family.
Stainer does.
And she's like, needs to use the bathroom, and the dad's like,
no, not Stainer.
We only flush the house. We don't flush on number ones. And he's like, oh my gosh, Dad, can you just let her go to the bathroom?
That's the best part.
That's a pretty funny movie.
She's a guest. Let her just freaking use the toilet paper.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that's funny.
So the ports are open at least till January. They made it.
So that's good news.
Or something.
And we're going to go ahead and leave Florida alone because they've really gone through it. So
yeah,
I figure we should probably.
Sounds like FEMA's not doing a great job. People are trying to help over there. What a disaster. Ugh. Lots of Republicans angry right now that.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I don't know. Are we just being fed the things that because we're on the Republican feed?
I literally texted Clay last night that mainstream media is melting our minds and they're going to go bankrupt. Then who buys them? The government, and then they feed us the news and the propaganda. I'm like, it's all propaganda and BS.
It's a lose.
All of it. He was talking about, is Fox News turning on Donald Trump? I'm like, dude, who watches that? Old people buying toilet paper. That's the people.
Buying the extra toilet paper.
No offense to my Fox News viewers out there. If I had to pick one, it would be Fox, but it's all BS.
It's probably Fox saying, grab your extra toilet paper.
Probably them.
I blame Fox.
Fox News.
There you go.
On you.
Freaking idiots.
Trump also went, and now that we're a political podcast, he went and spoke at Butler, and Elon Musk showed up, and he looked super awkward, jumping up and down, but he gave a great speech.
Who jumped up and down?
Elon Musk went and spoke at the freaking Donald Trump event
in
Butler, PA, where he got shot.
Wait, hold on. So Trump was there.
Yeah.
Speaking?
Yeah.
And then Elon came.
Elon showed his support.
To speak.
Indeed.
And started jumping up and down.
When he got out there, the crowd was going crazy. It's like he couldn't contain himself. And before he spoke, he jumped up and down. His little belly's hanging out at the bottom of it. I'm like, I know there's memes going around online about just giving him crap.
Sure. The sweet boy.
He's awesome. But he's also, there's something about Elon that I'm just like not 100% sold on.
You like take him
I'm like,
with
I like
distance.
this guy. I mean, every guy wants to be, unless you have low testosterone levels, every guy wants to be Elon Musk. Super rich, buy things that piss you off so you can change them. Say whatever you want. You don't care anymore. Move your companies around. He's super smart.
America.
Does what he wants.
All right.
Has 100 kids or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
That might be a bit of an exaggeration, but
Who knows?
who really knows?
Nobody even knows.
P. Diddy's getting arrested. All of our childhood hip-hopsters are all
gosh.
getting arrested. Crazy stuff's going down.
But there
Bro,
was
this
a
is
new
a
Joker
crazy
that
time.
came out.
Oh, don't you dare. It was horrible. We went and saw Joker 2 yesterday.
I liked it.
Oh, okay. Only because it was kind of a musical. That's the only reason Jessica liked the new Joker.
Part was actually really weird.
I'll finish my political rant here.
Okay.
I'm actually kind of glad that it wasn't like full-on Civil War like the first one because of the timing of it. I'm like, we do not need...
The Joker.
Yeah, we do not need more chaos. But I was like, I got to go see this movie just as... I like the first one. A little dark, a little crazy. But the second one... I bought the tickets, and I told someone at work that I got tickets, or you did. You bought the tickets, but I told you buy the tickets because you're a woman.
Wait, hold on.
And
hold
women
on.
buy the tickets.
Just you just told me it was my fault and that I was the one that made you go. So just a reminder, you told me to buy the tickets.
It was my idea.
Okay, backtrack.
It was my idea.
Okay, keep going.
And then one of my buddies at work, as you know by listening to us, the only score that you should trust is the audience score.
On Rotten Tomatoes.
On Rotten Tomatoes. You should not. Critics don't know what they're talking about.
Which also, Rotten Tomatoes, get with the program and get a freaking app.
Please.
What in the world? How do they not have an app?
How?
I don't know, but it drives me nuts.
I know.
Okay, keep going.
They Google every time.
I know. So dumb.
And I'm starting to use ChatGPT more instead of Googling stuff. This is where the world's turning, and it's way better. You get what you want. You get what you're looking for. You can get to the
Straight
point.
To the source.
You sometimes have to prod for a little information because they don't want to get... We're trying to ask about the percentage chance of aliens yesterday.
Oh.
Was it aliens?
Who were you talking to?
Me, Gwen, Taft, and Jack were talking to it, and then it talks back to you kindly, always respectfully, not like other women in this house. I have a female voice on my ChatGPT. You're welcome. She likes to be called Nova. I asked what she wanted to be called, and it gave me the name Nova. You're sidetracking me.
What does Nova mean?
New enlightenment, something like that. Information. Nova. New.
Okay, keep going.
Good.
So,
light.
So we went to Joker. You
Hold on.
said you were
My
glad
friend at work,
that-
right after you bought the tickets, told me it got horrible reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. It got... Is that chip all the way in?
Yeah, it's recording.
And I'm like, what? And he's like, people are saying it's more like a musical, which, in fairness, it kind of was. About half of it felt like a musical. You did have Lady Gaga in there talking and singing. She can sing.
She did great.
Yeah, she was a great actress. She did a great job. Here's where I'll give the movie credit. There were some funny parts.
Yep.
You almost feel like
only
Joaquin
me
Phoenix.
and Ashley laughed.
You wonder how his life was affected by doing a movie like this.
Oh, for sure.
He lost like a ton of weight.
Yeah, he looked.
He
sad.
looked like sad, actually sad.
Like that.
Like
he's
depressed.
not healthy.
Yeah. And you're just like, man, what kind of mental space do you have to go to for how long to make a movie like this is pretty wild. Like, I wonder mentally how you can...
If he's okay.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Or if he could do another one, like, how long can you do this for? The cinematography was awesome. The acting was awesome. There were some interesting parts to it, but you're kind of like, without... I haven't watched all the comics and everything, but it's getting horrible reviews online, and I'm, like, trying to find ways to say that I liked it, and... It was long. It was slow. It could have been cut back. It was pretty bad.
I went in with no expectation because you sent that.
Yeah.
And told me. And honestly, I was pleasantly surprised, probably because there was no expectation there. I definitely think that they could have, like, stopped the musical parts or shortened them or... whatever. There was like a time that you were like, okay, and we can be done with this, like, introduction to music in this, right? And then, but I have some theories, and Ashley brought up some good ones too. I think, like, between all of the theories that we threw out there.
Do we need a spoiler
I could see
alert?
No, I'm just saying, with the theories that we came up with at the very end of how it, like, ended up and everything that went on and... I think I could get behind if they go this direction and do a third one. then I could get behind it. It would make sense. It would all work. But as it stands right now, you're just like, what?
He's a pretty good Joker.
But it was good in the sense that if you like to understand people, so for me, where it is interesting in the psychology of it all and looking at it that way, it was interesting. That's why I liked it, I think. You know what I mean?
Psychopaths?
Yes.
You're into them.
I mean, they scare the bejeebies out of me. I probably don't know if I would go that way, but it's interesting to me to see or understand how they work. Can I use that?
Sure. I've carried mint chapstick around. I don't think there's anything more addicting than chapstick.
Mint.
I've had that. I've had mint chapstick in my pocket since like the 9th grade. I'm not even kidding.
I know.
I didn't have it. I forgot it yesterday at the theater for like 2 hours, and my lips were like already getting dry. We live in a dry climate. We're in Utah. It's very dry here.
Plus, you use it all the time, so when you stop using it, it gets worse.
How do I fix that? Do I stop using it?
Stop using it and get used to it. Because you drink enough water, you probably should be fine.
Probably.
Honestly.
Theoretically.
That's the theory. But you're a full-blown addict at this point.
Yep.
9th grade? Come on. How many years is that? Like 30 years.
35.
25. Wrong way.
Hold on. Give me a calculator. Was I 14 in 9th grade?
I don't know.
Yeah. That's what I was.
Okay. There you go.
14 minus 39, 25.
Boom.
Did it.
Math.
Who cares?
Quick. Anyway, so Joker was okay. Go at your own risk.
It wasn't good.
Go at your own risk. Depends on what you like.
Based on the movies that were available this weekend.
Here's a spoiler. Hold on. It was pretty funny. There was a spoiler where he actually told Lady Gaga to stop singing. And I thought it was freaking hilarious because that's where I thought, oh, that was pretty good. Because everybody else was like, all right, we're done with the singing. And then he's like, no, stop singing. Talk to me. I want words. I don't want a song. And you're like, yes,
we
that's
have felt
how we
like
all
that
feel.
for 60 minutes. We have felt like that for 60 minutes.
I thought it was pretty funny.
That was funny. But that's not why he was saying it. He was trying to understand.
I don't know.
But
to
it
me,
was
I'm
maybe.
double dipper.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because his last song went way too long.
Tim Dillon had a clip in it. He's funny. He's a
yeah.
comedian. He's like, sign my book. That was a funny part of the movie.
That was pretty funny. Okay, so Joker. Boom. Why are you so stressed out? What's been going on, babe?
I'm good.
Let's run it down.
I just felt like that doing that. It was bad. Your sister even came with us and her husband, and I'm so glad they were there to commiserate. We all fell asleep for about 30 seconds, I'm pretty sure. Did you?
Yeah, 30 seconds though? That's not
bad.
Did you? I don't think I fell asleep.
I kept seeing you freaking looking at me like, are you asleep? Are you asleep?
No, I was looking
Jess
at
loves
Ashley
when I fall asleep so she can make fun of me.
No, I was looking at Ashley because I'm laughing, and her and I are the only ones laughing in the whole theater. So I was making sure
you
she was
guys
laughing
cackled
with
at
me.
the same stuff.
I know.
Literally. 2 people laughing in the whole theater, and you guys are
us.
laughing at the same thing. Yeah.
Yep.
I shouldn't say cackle. Kamala cackles.
Oh, what's that? What is
you
a
were
cackle?
like giggle. It's so funny. These little silly, funny little.
I know, we're so cute.
You're so
Everybody
cute.
wants to be with us.
Yeah.
I know.
Go ahead, tell them.
Okay, so let's run down this last month. Why Hayden's so stressed?
Why am I tired?
Why are you so tired?
Well, it all started with a week in Hawaii. I didn't even go to the beach. I didn't go to the ocean. That was my personal choice.
That was a personal choice.
You were there. I had like
a whole week,
a couple
almost.
Mornings. Saturday I could have gone and spent time at the beach, but I was
6 days?
I had a flight home that night, and I wasn't sure if I could shower. And I was like, I'd rather just chill here. We actually went to a movie, which I took a nap in,
Twice.
and I snored in the theater.
You went to 2 movies.
Yeah, I can't remember.
And you snored.
What are they?
Why
one
didn't
of
you
them
just
was
go
that.
back to your room?
When?
Instead of watching the movie, if you were that much tired. Or did the movie just suck that bad?
Well, Saturday we had to check out of our hotel room by 11. So I'm like, had to have them store my bags. We went to. I just needed to go do something. The theater that we found was cool inside.
Winning.
I reclined my seat. And I slept.
Good job.
And the sweet coworker next to me, I was like, I woke up. I'm like, I kept coughing, so I was like, I'm probably snoring.
I did that.
And I'm like, did I snore? And he's all, Yeah, a little bit. He kind of just laughed. I'm like, dude, you could like plug my nose or something if you want.
You just need to tell him. You just need to give you a little nudge. It wakes you up just enough that you're not snoring, but not enough that like it wakes you up.
Yeah, maybe I'll
That's your
have
trick.
him call you next time.
That's your trick.
Is that what you do?
Yeah. Just kind of move enough that you're just kind of like jostled, and then you're awake enough to not snore, but still not awake.
No, let me sleep like my friendly coworker.
Fine. Then I don't sleep.
Then I came home.
Yeah.
Was that the week that Maddie got appendicitis?
Yeah, so you got home.
I got home Sunday morning at like 8 a.m. You went to your parents' house. I slept for a while.
No.
2 days later, Maddie's like, my stomach hurts. She was puking.
So she came home from school and she was like, you don't tell stories like you should be telling them.
All right, go for it.
Babe, you can't give them the whole thing.
Maddie got appendicitis.
It was the week before you went, actually.
The week before I left to Hawaii?
So the very first week of...
That was before Hawaii?
Yep, September. We had, I went to Bunko because, Maddie came home and she's like, Mom, my stomach hurts. She was going to go to lacrosse, whatever. But she's like, I just can't, like, she got all dressed and she's like, I can't, I feel awful. And I was like, okay, where is it at? And she was saying it was like up by her rib cage. And so I was thinking, oh, maybe like gallbladder issues or maybe indigestion or I don't know. Some of the things that the symptoms she was telling me, I was like, let's try this, or gas or whatever, you know? So I kept trying to see if like walk around, see if that helps or does this use some Gas X or I went and
try farting. Just let a good fart out, dude.
Yeah. So we were trying all the things and then I got her some Pepto-Bismol and then I went to Bunko and he said, okay, so here's the deal. Tell me if it starts like shifting towards your belly button because I had remembered that your sister, when she got her appendix out, that's what she was saying. She's like, it hurt here and then all of a sudden the pain like went towards close to my belly button.
Yeah.
And so I was like, call me and let me know if that happens. Well, Taft's at football. Were you home quite yet? I think you were home. So I was like, okay, home. I feel good. I feel good about like leaving. I'll just go.
She had thrown up before I got home from work. She threw up just before you left. And then she kept throwing up.
Yeah. So then she kept throwing up and then they end up calling me. We hadn't even finished dinner yet. Saying, hey, it's starting to like locate or centralize towards your belly button. So I was like, okay. So I came. I'm like, sorry, guys. I'm like,
yeah.
Sorry. And I left. Took her to the after hours for her pediatrician. And he's like, okay, I think it might be, I can't even remember what he thought it might be. He's like, appendicitis usually doesn't hit this hard this fast. It may be maybe like gallstones or something.
Yeah.
Kidney stones or something like that. He's like, but I can't do any scans here, but I also can't send you home. He's like, I hate sending people to the emergency room, but I just have to. And he said, okay. But I told him the new,
Spanish Fork Hospital,
IHC by us. You just like to call everybody
Say it.
out.
We have friends down here that need to know this stuff.
I was just like, you know what? Everything I've heard is not great about there. Like anybody I've talked to that's actually gone there, it's fairly new. So
there's some good doctors there we hear.
Yeah. I don't know.
I've heard that.
Oh, good.
There's some good doctors there.
So, so it just depends on who you get, obviously, but I just
your doctor,
feel good about
the pediatrician kind of said that it kind of depends on the doctor you get.
Yeah.
He's like, if you really want to make sure.
So, can I tell a story?
Go.
Okay. So, I just told him, I said, I don't feel like I can take her there. But I don't know where to go. And he's like, okay, well, I probably wouldn't either. He's like, I haven't heard good things, but it depends on who you get. There are good doctors there. But then he said, but I would take her to Primary Children's. There's a new one in Lehigh, and I'm like, oh, I knew exactly where I was at. We just passed it going to Jack's game, and I forgot that it was there. But it was it was late enough that I'm like, do we go clear up to Salt Lake? I didn't even think about that being an option. But he also said Primaries takes all insurances. So I'm like, done. So we get in the car, we're going, and it starts pouring rain. Like, for sure people would hydroplane, and you know what I mean? Like, it was bad. So I slowed down to like the speed limit. And this guy behind me, I'm just trying to get my daughter to the freaking emergency room. This guy behind me is like right up all on my booty.
And you're
I'm
in the
carpool lane, so I can't even get over to like let him over. So when it braked so that I could get over, like the lines break so I can get over, he zooms over, comes around me and stops and stares at me. I'm like, it is pouring rain. I'm going the speed limit. It's not like I'm going under the speed limit, but I'm going at a safe speed for the rain. And you're being a jive turkey. And you're just looking at me at like, and I put on my blinker, like I'm going to get out and get over before he even had his fit of rage. Anyway, and he's just staring me down, as they do. They just like stop and stare. And I was like, I'm trying to get out of your way. Like, I'm trying to help you out. I just literally couldn't.
Did you try to fight him?
I should have.
Oh, you didn't fight?
No.
I'm sorry.
We were on the freeway. What do you want me to do? She needed to get to the hospital. Freaking adult.
Nobody wants to go faster than us, mister.
Anyway, I know. I'm like, seriously, dude?
Maybe he was headed to the same place, and you need to get out of his way.
Nobody else.
He had a bigger emergency.
He obviously didn't, because he had enough time to stare me down, to put on his brakes, stare me down.
Pretty good.
Anyway, so we get there.
Defense there.
And then, thank you. Yeah. We finally get there safely. It's like 8 or 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And we go and get to check in. And
meanwhile, I'm home with the kids, all the rest of them, 3 kids.
Yeah.
It was chaos. It was chaos, probably.
They have to go to bed.
Yeah.
I was getting tired. Get into their bed.
Yeah, I was getting tired.
About midnight, I call you. You don't even answer.
My phone wouldn't ring.
I know.
I was asleep, but I woke up at 1 and called you.
You're just talking about how hard it was for you. So
I was exhausted.
No, so it took us till about like midnight for them to run tests and everything and decide that it was appendicitis. But the good news, note to self, y'all, is they do have a medication that will stop the progression of it.
For appendicitis?
At least for like
temporarily.
A temporal fix, right? So that it didn't have to be considered emergency surgery. So they let her stay the night. We slept for like 3 or 4 hours. But we got up into a room, stayed the night, and then they did it first thing in the morning. So it worked out. It was so good there. They're so good. Like, literally, they have something for everything. They thought of all the details.
She got a free book?
She got a free book because the school people, there's like people over schooling. And so they let her come down. They're like, hey, if you want to come and choose a free book, we've got a library down here. So when she felt like she was ready to walk after surgery, she walked down, got a book. And then she's even like, hey, can I get your, what school you go to and everything? I'll go ahead and email them, letting them know that you were in fact here, and to like some things that they can do to help you work your way back into class. Pardon.
She emailed the school.
So she emailed the school and everybody that needed to know, whatever. And then, I don't know, the nurses were all great. Every person that we like interacted with was awesome.
Yeah, they were great.
So I highly recommend going there. And
I may have gone to the gym that morning and then rushed over to the hospital and didn't get to see her. I thought I would miss her anyway.
Getting into surgery.
But you're like, just come. I'm like, oh, okay. So I hurried and ran home or ran up there.
Yeah. So she got in and then,
I saw her just after she got out. I was there with you at the hospital for like 30, 40 minutes, and then we got to go in and see her.
Yeah, because the surgery wasn't long. So you got there right as they wheeled her back, and I got into the waiting room. And then, surgery all went well. And then she just had to take it easy for a little while.
$7,500 later after we hit our dedeductible. Healthy child, living child.
I don't know how much it ended up
we
being.
paid.
I don't know if we've gotten all of it.
I hope we have. It's a lot.
Honestly, though, she's good. So, and they did like,
We paid a lot of money and we got great service, and that's what you would
amazing.
expect. That's what you should expect.
Yeah, it was awesome.
America.
It really was like best case scenario, I feel like, with that situation. So,
Yeah.
so I was grateful. But then that next week, I was like, it was such a blessing in disguise that she had it then.
Yeah.
Because the next week, I don't know if I could have done it without you being there to watch the kids. I wouldn't have been able to stay overnight. I would have had to take the kids somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, you can't leave Jack overnight with the 2 younger kids. And so, I'm glad that it happened then, because then you were gone to Hawaii for a couple weeks, and then the next week.
No, for a week.
I mean, sorry,
A full
the next
week.
And then the next weekend, she had homecoming,
Oh yeah.
and so that was good for her, so that she didn't have to
Appendicitis, Hawaii,
homecoming.
Lake Powell.
Then we went to Lake Powell for the week our family.
Discussed.
Yep,
We did a whole episode.
Oh yeah, for our family vacation. And then the next day after we got back from Lake Powell, she went to homecoming again, because she got asked to
2 different schools.
2 different school ones. So, and then we have football in there.
Yeah, and then she was sick this week and missed more school.
And now she's like, Mom, the term's almost over. And I was like, yeah, well, when it's only a month and a half and you've been gone a whole month from school, then it comes up fast.
Do your homework.
Yeah, she's killing it. She's doing a good job.
Oh, good.
She's been staying on task.
Good job.
She's been really good. She'll get it. She'll figure it out. No big deal. And then on top of that, we've had football, which has actually this has been a fun season.
It has been.
They haven't like won a ton of games, but it's been fun to see the progression. And Jack with his, doing his new position and stuff. Even Taft had a new position. He was center. That was fun.
Got to hike the ball a lot.
Yeah.
And he played some defense,
He
which
actually
he enjoyed more, I think.
Ended up getting really good at hiking the ball.
He had a great tackle this week in their playoff game. They lost to the team they always lose to, which makes me so angry.
It's fine.
Oh, it is kind of funny, though, towards the end of a season, because it's always interesting to see what people do under pressure.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And in both games this week, it was the last game for both of them. Coaches in both games lost their crap. And
but the thing that I didn't understand with Jack's game, so Jack's
it was a game that
sure, it wasn't a playoff game.
Yeah.
It was just hey, here's a game just for funsies. It doesn't mean that you can get in. It doesn't mean that anything. It literally didn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It was just so that you can have one more game. And so then, but it's a game, or it's a team, the only team that we had won all season. And I think that they already didn't like us so our coach, because we were up by so much in the game, he was letting other players, like second string players, run and do certain things, or
they were using it for practice, and he should have knelt the ball and didn't.
So they were saying
the ref called the game early.
Yeah, because they went to go throw the ball instead of taking a knee, and the other coach got mad that he would do that. But he's like, I was trying to get this guy a play. Like, he's like, we're at the end of the season. I'm just trying to like let these guys play.
I see both sides. Yeah. Whatever. The ref is the one who really overreacted, and then he just called the game like with 30 seconds left.
Oh, is that what ended up happening?
Which was kind of bush too. Like,
it's fine. It was whatever. Nothing's it's not gonna change the score.
He just got all feisty, and there had been 30 flags that game already, and it was frustrating. We had probably 200 yards and penalties, and still held them scoreless the whole game.
I think they got one.
Did they get one score?
I thought they got one.
Maybe they did.
But either way, it was just one of those things where you just kind of like, oh. But yeah, so it was the same team. So from that other game that we won. And again, this time we went in, coach was saying, hey, be ready. We're going to just have fun and throw some new routes and try out some new things, whatever it was. We're just using it as more practice to kind of see what they could do at the end of the season. And this coach lost his crap. Nobody even knows what the call was on. I tried to ask.
All of a
Nobody
sudden, the coaches.
All of a sudden, he's freaking out, and they threw the flag before he started freaking out. Then he starts freaking out, and then he's like, I don't know, something about throwing him out, and he did. He threw off his hat and threw him out.
Yep.
So
I feel bad for some of those refs too, but
I do too.
Yeah.
But I feel like if anybody should have been mad at refs this season, like anytime we really got like, and I get it, some of the times we for sure had skills that we needed to reiterate with the boys that,
Yeah,
but
they were.
Anytime we had any yardage on a play,
I
it
can't.
always got called back. Always.
Oh, dude.
And so
20 times.
Sometimes, sometimes and one of them, I have footage that it was not real.
Yeah. There were some bad calls, but there was some undisciplined action on our team for sure too.
So I'm like, we understand feeling frustrated that
I think
are happening bad, but
I think if that little team can stay together, they have a chance to do pretty well in the future. And
it'll be fun.
And
really
Jack's wanted to play. I guess he said the NFL. I need to check and see if that's true, but they're doing like a flag football thing. He hasn't been able to do 7-on-7, or he needs to get in with the group, but he wants to put a little flag football team together with a league that's coming in like the March timeframe.
Cool.
March or April.
Yeah, spring sometime.
Yeah, it should be fun for him.
Could be fun. Anyway, but it's been fun. I loved the weather. Normally, by the end of the football season, I'm like totally ready for it to be over because it's freezing cold.
It's perfect.
But we've had perfect weather.
Government's controlling the weather, so there you go.
Well, thanks. At least works for right
warm.
now. At least let me get through football season.
But yeah, we finished all football this week. Now we get to just watch college football, professional football.
Honestly, I don't know why I'm like totally into it. Like I want to just sit and watch football. Like it feels like it would help my soul.
Yeah, it does. It's science.
That's what I'm saying.
It's freaking science, dude.
Freaking just sit, chill, watch a game.
Yep, it's science. Just checked.
Have a Diet Coke.
Yep.
I think I need a Diet Coke.
Maybe throw on some ribs and a brisket.
Ooh, now you're talking.
I tried.
Now you're talking.
Had to go see the Joker yesterday.
Anyway.
And then we talked him into coming back last night, watch a movie, and then we fell asleep. Actually, I fell asleep and Tyler fell asleep, but
after the movie last night. But
so yeah, it's been heinous. It's been totally heinous. But I just do an overnight to Dallas. I like going to Dallas. It's usually a pretty good little trip.
I've never been.
It's been a while.
I don't think I've ever been.
Yeah, it's a nice little direct flight. Fly in tomorrow, come back Tuesday night. Nice.
Tuesday night or Wednesday?
Tuesday. I get back Tuesday. It was going to be Wednesday, but we fixed some stuff.
Swapped it.
I told you this, but it's okay. I can come home Wednesday if you want.
No, I thought you were saying Wednesday morning, so it would just be like a 2-day.
Yeah, I'm going Monday, come back Tuesday. It's a trip I used to do same day, but I don't know how much I trust the flights. I really could fly out.
You guys had a bad experience one time doing that, right?
No, but I worry that if our flight...
did.
I don't trust the flights enough since COVID. But we used to... Oh, he did after I was gone, yeah. I think they did.
Told you.
But if we used to fly out in the morning and fly home the same night.
Yeah.
We've done that before in Dallas. Multiple times. But yeah, it's usually good to get there the night before, so you... Gonna go visit Michael's Arts and Crafts.
Woo!
Woo! And then...
Earn that money.
We'll talk about that one later, but then we have a fun trip, and then things should chill out, and then we've got to figure our lives out.
We already talked about that trip, and I'm scared out of my ever-loving mind.
I'll videotape as much as I can. We're going to be better with our cameras this time.
Everything is content. Everything is content. Everything is content.
That's how we need to take it.
I'm going to watch a couple.
All right.
Okay.
Do you have any spiritual thoughts for us today on this day of General Conference?
Oh, my gosh. Honestly, though.
Jesus is on our side. There's one for you.
Yeah. Wilcox's talk.
Brad Wilcox. He gave a good talk on grace, if you ever want to hear a good talk on grace.
Oh, yeah, the piano one. That was good. But I liked the ending of his talk that was today. Sunday conference, and he was just pretty much being like, Jesus got you. Jesus has got you.
Yep.
He said, you've got this because Jesus Christ has got you.
Hashtag Jesus rules.
Hashtag blessed.
And then Eyring was giving a talk, and I didn't catch a whole lot of it, but I like him.
Yeah.
He's a good egg.
Sweetie pie pumpkin face.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway.
Oh, I had lunch with my good buddy Jacob Hansen this week. He came in town.
Yeah.
I can't out everything, but man, he's got a YouTube channel called Thoughtful Faith. Maybe we'll have him and his wife on sometime.
That'd be fun.
I'm just like, dude, your channel's 10 times bigger than ours. He's like, no, that'd be sweet. We can come on. But he's like, maybe you can come on mine sometime. I'm like, I don't know if he's like, dude, I talk to everybody. He's got a brother on his. I think I may mention this. He's like interviewed his brother that's an atheist. But yeah, he's really pro church and has some really good, thoughtful discussions. And I think his YouTube channel has like 25,000 followers now.
Really?
Close, yeah.
That's awesome.
But he came to meet with an anti-Mormon guy who canceled on him. And then he came for like a YouTube conference, but he and I just went and grabbed lunch. And I trained him in the mission. Great companion. Still buddies to this day.
Good guy.
And yeah, stud. So that was cool. But
so fun.
Yeah, life's crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Life's
and then
crazy.
we die.
And then we die.
Just kidding.
And then you are dead. And then you die.
You just all of a sudden had an accent?
Yeah.
I love that. I love you, babe.
Love you most.